Life's a funny thing, and I try not to mull over to the past too much because the past is just you can't change it. It's the past. There's no way you can go back. Um, but I was watching Wonder Man, right? And I made my review for Wonder Man. You can go check it out. And I saw throughout the story and throughout the show, it goes through the motions of showing you what it's like being an actor in Hollywood. And there was a time, when I was younger, I was more of a theater kid. Um, I think that was my strong suit. I grew up, doing one of those local theaters with musicals and such. We did like Grease and, a lot of different plays, and I did Into the Woods. Um, and then in high school, I did a lot of plays as well. I did a lot of theater work, and I started off going to college, getting into fine arts, and I took theaters 1 to 2, and I want to say theater 3, but I can't remember. Um, and I learned early on how hard it was to become an actor, and I wanted to be an actor. I was pretty good at it. Um, but I realized early on that competing in that world was going to be difficult. And there's a lot of typecasting. And you only get lucky by chance sometimes. Sometimes you go for an audition and the part's just not for you because that's not what the director's looking for. That's not what the producers are looking for. So you were just never a good fit for that role. And there's no guarantee that you may ever be fit for any role. It's all a gamble, and then you'll spend your life with no skills, applying to pissant jobs, fast food restaurants, waiters, all that stuff, just to pay off your student debt and just to pay off acting class lessons and stuff like that, only to get no callback on your audition. And so I learned early on how difficult that was going to be, and I tried to think about ways that I could pivot. And it took a global pandemic in order for me to get there, but eventually I did. And I haven't really done anything acting wise in years. We're talking 5, 6, 7 years, right? Um, I pivoted more towards audio because I already wanted to be a rapper. I already wanted to be an artist, an entertainer. And so I started my YouTube channel. I started a new YouTube channel. This is a brand new YouTube channel. My old one's still around if you can find it. Um, you have to go digging for it though. Um, but I used to want to be an actor, and Wonder Man reminded me about what it was like being an actor and what it was like being somebody who's aspiring to get roles and aspiring to go to these auditions and be a full-time actor, and you know all the glitz and the glam about it. you know I appreciated that aspect of the show, but it also just reminded me of my own personal past. And uh, this video is sort of me just vlogging. It's not even like I'm not even trying to rant or anything, but I just want to get on here and talk about like you know how much it's changed for me, how much things have changed for me, and how I used to be an actor. And for any young actors out there who are aspiring to be like this, I'm not saying stop. You chase your dream. If that's what you want to do, you go for it. But for me, why I stopped is basically I didn't want to sell my soul. You know, I took too much value in myself, and I saw too much value in my own brain and my own body that I didn't want to whore myself out to producers. I didn't want to, kiss ass of disgusting people just to get a leg up in an industry that may never pay me back and may turn against me one day. Um, I have a similar feeling about professional wrestling, which is a video for another day, of course. But I'm specifically talking about acting here because of what Wonder Man reminded me of. And I just, looking back on it now, uh, I don't know. I wouldn't say I would change anything. things happen naturally. Like I said, you can't go back to the past. You can't change the past. But I'm just thinking about all the ways that I have progressed since then. And I use my acting ability, I use my range and imagination as an actor to put forth into writing new characters, into new stories. And I realized that my calling wasn't to be an actor, because being an actor means that I am an NPC. I am a puppet. I am reading words off of scripts of other people that other people wrote. I was never like that. I could never follow the crowd like that. And even though I was good at acting, I think a lot of people can be good at acting. I think a lot of people act every day. They put on a mask, they put on a fake smile, and they go out and they show the world a version of themselves that is deemed acceptable to society in a way. But that's what acting is. It's a version of yourself molded into the character that's in a story. And so essentially, I just felt like maybe that wasn't my calling. I enjoyed the time that I had, but I felt like my calling was bigger. My calling was to create characters. It was to create roles for people. It was to create new stories to adapt. And that's what I pivoted my focus towards. And since then, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. And doing music now and doing these shows and podcasting, I'm doing everything that I wanted to do, but it's just not how I envisioned it 10 years ago. And I find that incredibly crazy. And I could say that I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all my friends, all my family, all my fans, the people who still stick around with me after all this time. But yeah, I'm never going back to acting. It's just not going to happen unless somebody that I know and trust or have a reliable connection with calls me up and says, "Hey, I want you to do this role for me." Then I'll be like, "Okay, sure, I'll do it." Right? Like Markiplier. Markiplier reminded me of that. If Markiplier can go from YouTuber to actor, fantastic. I wouldn't mind something like that. But just going through the process of the old guard, the auditions, the grinding endlessly to never get a paycheck and never get a call back, those days are done, man. And I'm just not going to be a part of that culture anymore, because a lot of them fucking actors are stupid or crazy or both. So yeah, this video is just me explaining why I quit acting, and why I think creating is important. I think we are the new media. We are the new entertainers. Us, the people, not just YouTubers. Anybody can get on here and be on YouTube and be the new entertainment. And so, yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy.